And it is on this day, with the sun starting to dip towards the horizon, that the Silver Wing Circle makes its triumphant return to Red Larch. The air is nice and calm. The only thing resembling a breeze is pleasant and cooling in the hot sun. The ground is parched, but there's no storm clouds on the horizon. As you come down the Cairn Road and make your way to the crossroads that lead south to the lodge. As you arrive with your other troops in tow, you're greeted by waves and friendly, beaming faces, happy to see that you're home safe.
As we're going through town, Glenn is going to either be casting Druidcraft or be just randomly pulling flowers out of her hair, maybe a bit of both, and just like tossing them to people or handing them to people, whether they want them or not. Like, she's fully aware there's some like grown men that think this is weird, but she's handing everyone like a pansy, and then there's tulip, and this is, I think, maybe a bur tree, but I found it and it was in a horse's tail, so it's probably great.
I'm going to have to demand that you make a... Oh, this is just a straight up charisma check for me, please.
What?
Yep.
Ridiculous. Well, it looks like I'm nailing it. I believe I add nothing. Yes, that is a 6.
So the thing about flowers that you need to know is that when you throw them, they don't get a lot of air.
Oh, no.
So while you do successfully throw your flowers in the direction of the people, they tend to stop very short and just get trampled on the wagon. So it really just looks like you're throwing flowers in front of yourselves to honor yourself.
Like Asia O'Hara on Drag Race.
It just doesn't have the effect that you're going for, no.
She's not deterred by this.
I wouldn't think she would be.
Atlas wants to cast Gust when she throws the next set.
Oh, okay. Can you make me that charisma check again, but this time with advantage?
Is it a save?
14.
No, it's just a check. 14.
Okay.
This time, with August helping you, or Atlas helping you. You're all weird and kinky. I can't tell you apart. That's not true.
God, I've been looking for an opportunity to actually use this cantrip.
So Atlas blows the flowers out while you throw them out, and the effect is far more effective. And one of the first guys that you throw a flower to happens to be one of the wagon makers, who hands it to his husband. And they have a moment. And then after that, you blow a flower to someone else. And he grabs it, and he looks at for a bit in confusion, and then he sees the pair, and he gets a light bulb over his head. And then he goes off to find some nice pretty lady to give it to. Aww. You may have just started a new custom in Red Larch. Who knows?
Aww. I love it.
Anybody
Make it
else?
history.
By the way, Atlas is casting Gust like he's so bored.
He's just like trying to be nice.
Like he's just doing target practice with the flowers. Like that was his goal.
And then a small kid gets a pine cone just square in the forehead.
He deserved it.
He's just flicking his wrist and like, phew.
Good tried.
And so
whenever
go ahead.
You go.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say whenever we stop,
even before going inside, Wickham wanted to like check on the horses and make sure that like their hooves are okay and that they like if they need baths or anything, or if they just need to like chill in the shade or anything. He just wants to check on the horses.
You do some horse care.
Yeah, because they've been through it.
They've been through some shit, and you stable them while the rest of you arrive at the lodge.
Oh, sweet.
Atlas immediately goes to his room to check on his child.
We forgot to take off the door.
He can keep his door for now.
You get in, and let's see. I would like a roll. I'll roll the dice for me because I can do that for myself. I'm a grown-ass man with dice. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you acknowledged that.
What, the fact that I said allegedly? I will.
No, that you
Yes.
had that you're a grown man with dice. I'm so proud of you. It's the first step towards recovery.
I cannot confirm or deny my
You being
situation.
a man.
I
can
am a
only-
boy.
The temptation is too strong. The shit has been talked.
Don't do it.
Don't hurt Atlas.
Shit has been talked. The jail's
know what you're
gates have
talking
been
about.
thrown wide open.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright. Let me just
I was
roll a
making an
dice.
observation.
Yeah.
Atlas is coming out before Atlas comes out.
Why don't you keep your
Whoops,
stupid
sorry.
comments and put them in your pocket?
Sorry.
It's
Hey, see, at least I apologize. Atlas would not.
Alright. Let's roll a die to see who gets screwed over. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So Glenn,
Mm-hmm.
you're the first in the door of home,
Yep.
and as you arrive in there, you see Saruki in a housecoat munching on a bowl of some sort of cereal or something, having a conversation with someone you've never seen before.
Is it his house coat or is it somebody else's house
Is
coat?
it Wick's house coat?
I
Thank
mean,
you.
that's a valid question, and that's not one I'm capable of answering.
I mean, it might be Wickham because Saruki doesn't really have a lot of anything, you guys.
Belongings, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say is he's sitting there talking with this looks kind of like a youngish woman, about early 20s. And I would like for everyone but Wick, because Wick is doing horse things, to make me a insight check, please, and thank you.
Insight. All right, what are we gonna use? We're gonna brandish this new dice.
Show anyone.
Okay, that's not.
Do you want posts in the game room? Like,
Dice jail is fine. It's not going to show up on stream anyway.
What are we
so
rolling
I-
again? Insight?
Yes,
Yeah.
insight.
in Dice
There
Jail,
is.
not up in the game room where we're streaming?
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, we're.
we're
I don't see that either. Anyway.
yeah,
No,
it doesn't.
Drake.
I mean, yeah, you can post it in the game room if you want.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm not. It won't show.
It
up
makes
on
it
stream.
easier for us, so we don't have to leave the stream.
That is fair enough. That's good. Okay. Numbers.
Ma-
Not that I guess the stream
20.
doesn't matter quite as much.
I mean,
Type.
okay. Ericron and Atlas, you recognize that while she's not wearing the full robes, her shirt and pants are the same gray that you've seen quite a bit of in the air cult.
Get her!
She's
Oh
not
no,
the
are we
same
adopting another?
chick that tried to invite us to the party, is she?
No.
Okay.
But I don't notice this. Well, I guess
No.
Glenn is going to see Sariki, and Sariki's our friend now, so she's just
Glenn-
going to wave and say, "Hi, we're
Glenn and
back."
August are honed in on the fact that that might be Wig's house code.
This is gonna stride up and be like, are we housing one of every? Are we collecting one of every cult that we conquer?
It's kind of fun, though, isn't it?
Air cult,
Return cards.
water cult. What's going on?
Hmm? Oh. Right. I suppose I should introduce you. Serelda. This is the Silver Wing Society. Guys, this
Atlas
is
like crosses his arms, just looks her up
Serelda.
and down, like judging her outfit. He just goes, "At least you don't have a blue streak."
Glenn is going to kind of like give Atlas a look and then say, what Atlas meant to say was, "Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name's Glenn. This is
Hi.
Atlas."
Nice to meet you as well. I've heard quite a bit about you, actually. She gives a very, like, thin smile. I apologize. I'm just a little bit averse to noise.
Oh, Glenn's like doing that kind of awkward whisper that's probably a little bit too loud. It's mostly just the tone of the voice whisper. Oh, okay. Well, is there something we can do to help you?
No, it's fine. Suruki here has been very helpful and has been just doing his best to help me be comfortable.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Well,
I'm gonna
that's
sound really
good.
dumb right now. I definitely got distracted by the YouTube clip.
Yeah.
Did she say exactly why she's here?
Nope.
Okay, she just introduced herself and said she's sensitive to noise.
And Glenn asked if they can help her, and she said,
Right.
"He's got it."
Atlas just stares at her and just goes, I'm still trying to understand why you're here."
Because the bed's comfortable.
Fair. I mean,
Atlas is just gonna turn and stare at Wick like,
More questions are
I
being
don't think Wick's
raised.
here yet.
Pardon?
Is Wick here yet?
oh, he's not here yet. He's gonna turn and look at August.
Yeah, no, I'm still in the stables checking on the horses.
Being a horse dad.
He's just gonna go, I suppose I should state my next intention is either magic missile or dissonant whispers. So if you have a better idea.
And Aircon will step in between Atlas and the new girl here. I think my acquaintance here means what is your reasoning of being here and for being here?
Oh, you mean her? Well,
Yes.
Yes.
Sir,
Oh, I see.
why?
Okay. No, I can understand how you might be a little bit suspicious. Allow me to explain. As you are all aware, I was a spy that infiltrated the other cults and fed secrets to the water cult, and then later on you guys. In fact, I spent more of my time feeding information to you guys than the water cult as of late, and that meant that I had started to make contacts, and I was on the listen for those who were looking for a way out. She is looking for a way out. So I invited her here, where if she wanted to try anything dastardly, there was about a few dozen guardsmen, and thus where it would be safe.
Well, I mean, we're kind of running a bit of a rehabilitation center for cultists here, so I say we lean into it. What do you guys think? And she's gonna she's into this. She thinks this is
Can
a
I
great
roll an
idea.
insight check?
You certainly may.
Is it a 13? 13 plus 4, 17?
17? Okay, Saruki is kind of a shifty fuck, but he has been gathering information from the other three cults for you guys, and has on multiple occasions. So it is entirely possible that he would have contacts that would be sympathetic.
Yeah.
Seems plausible.
As uneasy as it makes me, I kind of believe that she probably wants out, considering everyone else we met was way too into it.
And considering some of the other folks that we met along
Yeah.
the way were trying
She's
to
not
get
tied
out.
to a post loving it. So.
Yeah, well, the other people that weren't even tied to posts that were trying to get out.
Well, if you want my opinion, it's the noise. They promised immortality, but it was a very loud immortality, and it made it hard for me to sleep. And I think that's part of the problem.
I like you.
Well, we have lots of rooms. Hopefully, one of them is quiet enough for you. Otherwise, I'm sure someone has some sort of magic that could help you. And really, as far as trusting you, Wick trusts Saruki, so I trust Saruki.
I just pictured Glenn dropping all the flowers that she brought in. Sorry.
Wick, I think you could be
Atlas
done
is-
with your nonsense.
Atlas
You
is
can
just gonna be
come and
crossing his arm, and he's gonna cross his arms and, like, as Wick enters, mutter, "So we can collect people, but we can't use the weapons."
Well, Wicco's just gonna walk in and stretch and then just look at Atlas and, did I hear him say that?
Yes. I mean, you can. Actually, roll perception.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. I rolled an 18 before modifiers.
Yep, you heard it.
I think Wickham's gonna walk in, hear him say that, and then just go right up to, like, Atlas and just sort of, like, grab him by the shoulders while he's behind his back and just kind of lean over one shoulder and go, "You want to repeat that? You want to say
Nothing.
that again?"
You're 3
Uh-huh.
strikes from losing your door.
He's just
You know,
gonna pout.
That's what I thought. And he's gonna do that, like, very awkward, like, dad pat to his shoulders, and then look up and see people and just go, "I've never seen you before."
That's because
So
this
she's-
is the first time we're meeting. Hi.
Oh. Hi. Are you hungry?
Yes, actually, I
Atlas
am.
just rolls his eyes and, like, walks off.
Cool, because I've just been through hell and I need to stress cook. So, anybody that wants food, and he's gonna say this as loud as possible. Anybody who wants food, I'm making something. I don't know, give me 20 minutes. And he's just gonna go into the kitchen and then just kind of like nod at Saruki and go, "Rue," as he goes by.
What did you say your name was again, Drake?
Sarissa.
Esmeralda?
Sorelda, sorry, Sorelda.
Sorelda. Okay.
Yes.
Ericron was gonna step up and let me introduce you to everyone. That the big fellow there is Wick. My name is Ericron. Glenn, you met her. Atlas, you met him, and this is August. Everyone, this and looking at Wick, this is. What did you say your name was again? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
Sorelda. Hi.
So,
It's so weird being in the room with you guys. You're kind of known as the great party poopers amongst the others.
Oh,
we do like to keep our peace and quiet here too. Looking at some of the others here, and not even looking over Atlas.
I mean, there's a
He's
big
like-
difference between a party pooper and like an introvert.
Oh
He's
no,
just glaring into a corner.
no, it was more referring to the excellent work you did against the doof wagon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
they just sucked.
Yeah,
Well,
I kind of did.
I had fun. I like dance.
Listen, if you tell me you want to do a dance battle and then you like attack me, that's not a dance battle. Like, bruh, if you want to do a dance off, I'll fucking go. If you want to play ping pong or like fucking, I don't know, 20 cups, I got you. But
Battle was
You're gonna-
in the name.
yeah, like, dance with me. Don't like fucking try and hit me. That's stupid.
Saruki at that point calls out, "Wait, how does the fighting make it less of a battle? Doesn't dance battle imply fighting?"
Did you
No,
ever go to college?
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
I'm gonna hold that
Have you
against
guys
me.
ever? Yeah, no, I understand why Ericron doesn't understand. You're from that fucking. My laces are so tight, like my ass is puckered. School. Like that's your whole system. No offense, but offense.
What do you think I
The
hang out with
dance
y'all?
battle. Yeah, a dance battle is just when you're, dancing with your homies and trying to your moves and have fun fighting. It's a battle in a sense of there's a winner, not in a sense of I'm gonna fucking punch you. Not every battle has to be with your fist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
who's hungry for what? Give me ideas. Like, give me flavors.
Spaghetti.
I don't
I
know.
want spaghetti. I've been
You
thinking
know what?
about
Alright.
Spaghetti went across my head too.
You know what? Spaghetti it is. The lady and my brother have spoken.
and thus the
And
spaghetti
Wick's-
party begins.
Wickham's gonna start cooking.
All right.
While
Um,
he oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, unless we're doing a scene change here, while he's cooking, can August go find whoever needs to be found to see about setting up some parties to go down and clear out the rest of the place.
Well, that would probably be Ardent, actually.
Okay.
And
So
so
he wants to do that.
he's currently in his area coordinating some caravan
Oh,
parties.
so he's not at the Brojo?
Not today. He's hard at work coordinating some caravan parties and getting them going. And he sees you come in. Says, "Give me a moment. I will get back to you guys. These aren't going anywhere. At least not until we defend them. Hi, August."
Okay. So I guess it was strangely easy, but we got rid of that Kalinoth lady from the air cult. So we wanted to see about sending in some troops to kind of clear out the place. There were a lot of people tied up, not against their will. They were kind of into it, but we wanted to see about clearing them out. And but there is a sarcophagus down there. Don't touch that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can definitely put together some troops, and I think some of our lads would be more than glad to head down there, given. Well, it can give them some closure, I guess.
Yeah. He'll fill them in and without RP on like the harpies and stuff, but
Sure. We'll definitely take a look down in there.
and the worm.
Yeah. Definitely. I'll get that set up. Is there any time frame that you want this to go out by, or what's our sense of urgency here?
I mean, within the next few days.
All right.
I don't think they're gonna cause too. Well, they might get on the move to go join other cults or something. I don't know, but I mean, at the moment they don't have a leader.
All right. Well, I'll set something up, and we'll be out probably day after tomorrow. Then.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. So anyways, how's Wick doing? How's my cousin?
After spaghetti, or oh, okay, you're still talking about that. I thought you'd switched into like DM voice.
Nope. How's my cousin doing?
All right, I guess. I feel like things are going at least a little better with us.
While you're talking, you hear a voice resound in your ear. August, you've returned. Could you please come up to my study? There's something I would like to talk to you about. And you recognize the voice of Alcazar.
Dad.
No, I was about to say Dad.
Dad.
You can respond with up to 25 words.
Oh, certainly. We'll be there in just a moment. And then he'll just tell Arden, well, I'm actually being summoned by Alcazar, but he's doing good, I think. I think we're still working through some stuff, but he's holding up.
Well, if he's upset, it's because he cares. It's when he stops caring.
That's true.
Like, you're not in grandpa territory, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He still very much loves you and cares about you, so hang in there.
All right. Well, we'll see you later. Thank you.
Mm.
And he'll head to Alcazar.
All right. You head up to Alcazar, and he's in his room, sitting as he can only do, and resting on his bed is something covered by a sheet about the size of a medium-sized mirror.
It's a ghost.
And he says, you're here.
Yes.
So, I wanted to have a little chat with you. And now's as good a time as any to do it. And could you please close the door behind you?
Sure. And he closes the door.
So, what I'm about to say goes no further than the throne, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm not likely to make it till the end of the year. I'm getting old. And with that comes a certain sense of finality. But I want to live long enough to see you carry your mission through. And to that end, I've made you something. And I want you to give me a promise that you'll take good care of it. And that just as you've been a good paragon of my ex's legacy, that you'll carry my own legacy forward.
I don't know if August can get pale, but yeah, his like face completely fell, and anything certainly.
Very good. Please don't do the long face thing. I can't face that in anyone else, but
You can't take another father from me.
But here. He points to the drape and says, remove that.
And he'll remove the sheet.
And underneath is a mirrored kite shield of the same make as Thesis and the same styling. That is the companion piece to Thesis. But at this one, I made for you, and you will be its first user.
It's incredible.
It's meant to work with Thesis. They're kind of a pair. And when I go, part of me will go into the shield in the same way that, well, if I'm gonna go, at least I want to be by his side, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
So, this way I can help you.
I appreciate it. I feel like you've done too much for me, honestly.
Well, I wish I were younger and I could do this myself. I wish I could be the man out there fighting the good fight.
Well, in a sense you are. I wouldn't have the tools otherwise. But we'll definitely put an end to this.
I talked to Danthusian. He seems optimistic about your prospects. And I know this is going to sound weird, but we knew you were coming back hours ago. There was a strange wind that had picked up. Felt like a tornado was coming, and then suddenly it left and just left a warm, too warm, but still warm sun. That's how we knew you'd won.
Yeah.
Every time you come back successful, things just get a little bit better. It's almost... That's how we know. Go. Try dissertation. Tell me how it feels.
Yep, and he'll pick it up and try it on, and it's good. It's incredible.
Okay.
Hopefully be able to protect more people.
So let me tell you a little bit about dissertation, shall we?
About dissertation.
Let me tell you about the dissertation. Dissertation?
Bringing
Gonna
me back
get-
to my psych roots.
Dissertation? Give me a second.
Psych major.
I mean, it goes with thesis, does it not? It completes
Mhm.
thesis.
It
All right.
completes it.
It completes the thesis.
Stop killing our dads!
He's old. He was gonna die
He's
before you
old.
met him. He's
What do you
old.
I
know
don't
he was?
care!
If
I
you want to kill
don't
Dad, you
care!
can kill Aircrons.
Stop killing our dads! We adopt them for a reason!
Now, whose
Yeah, you
fault
can
is
kill
that?
Atlas's too.
Please don't kill Billy. Billy is such a nice guy. Don't kill Billy.
Billy, no!
Billy, no!
August is like, you can kill my dad if you can find him. My real one.
I've checked so many cigarette stores.
Wow.
Wait, who's Billy? Why am I-
Billy
Wick's
is
dad.
The
Wickham's
Blue
dad.
Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah, Wickham's parents' name are William, Billy, and Martha.
Okay.
wait, he has 3 parents.
No, William.
No.
Billy, as in short for William.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
caught
shut
that
up.
too. I caught that too. I didn't say anything about it.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but no, he just has his mom and his dad.
Robert, Bobby, and William.
His parents are sadly not polyamorous; they are monogamous.
Damn, I
August
would've
has
tot- if-
3
of
dads.
all of our parents, I was like, Wick's parents being poly would just track.
Yeah, it's surprising, honestly. Especially considering almost everyone in the family of Wickham, like Wickham's family, has like generally chill, normal names on one side, and then there's just Wickham's small little corner, like the 3 of them, like chill, normal fantasy names. I mean, and then there's just Wickham's mom, his dad, himself. They all have like really basic, normal like white people names.
John, the Destroyer.
Well, I mean, August's sister is named well, there's August's real name and his sister Irene.
August's name drives me fucking crazy, and I love it. Especially considering how he got it.
Yeah. Did we
I'm
lose
so
Jake, or is he
sorry.
still getting
Oh, you-
dissertation stuff?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
getting the write up.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
say I'm so sorry to like the open, empty silence for like YouTube listeners.
Oh, continue to be silly. It's delightful.
What else can I say about Wickham or anyone? Wickham has only child syndrome, but not only child syndrome because he has August. Does that count as
Fair.
silly?
Yeah.
Just drop your character lore.
I think is August the only one that has a sibling?
No, Aircron has a
No,
little sister.
Ericron's mentioned having
Oh.
a sister.
Oh,
Oh, is that the right up?
just Ericon and August.
Where's it at though?
Atlas has a twin brother.
His parents
Atlas is-
were like, his parents were like, "Oh no, we're stopping at one. This fucking psycho
Atlas is-
child."
Atlas is the evil twin.
I think Wickham's parents would have had more kids, but I think there was complications with Wick, so they decided that they would just spoil Wick instead of trying to have more kids.
Fair.
But also, they also had, August and Irene, because his parents took care of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only reason Atlas's parents didn't put him up for adoption is because like wealthy society knew that they were pregnant, and they would have had to come up with an excuse, and they didn't want to cause any rumors.
Mm. August was so young when his parents were adventurers too, and they just disappeared. But he was so young that he literally has no memory of them.
Mm.
So he's just been raised by his sister of, I think she's 12 years older than him. I think I made her.
Here we go.
Okay.
You may read out what dissertation does, if you like.
Okay. Where am I at? There I am. Alright, this is a +1 shield. When a user of dissertation is missed by an attack or damage okay, hang on. Dyslexia. Okay. When the user of dissertation is missed by an attack or damage is reduced to 0, dissertation glows and is now charged. The user may expend the charge as a reaction when a party member in sight is attacked. Dissertation's wielder then gives a disadvantage to the attack roll of the attacker. If this attack misses, Dissertation's wielder can then make the attack with Thesis and only Thesis. Dissertation can only have one charge at a time. I will have to read that again because I'm reading out loud and I didn't absorb it.
Basically,
When the user takes...
to describe the first part of that, basically,
Mhm.
when you are missed or damage fails to stick, if you somehow reduce it down to 0,
Got that part, yeah.
you get a charge. You can then spend the charge to force disadvantage on the attack roll of someone in sight.
Okay.
If I forgot to include that in there, that when you do that, you teleport to their location.
Okay.
So, teleport.
Like in between the attacker and the other party member?
Yeah, so basically you teleport, intervene, and then give them a disadvantage.
Okay. Cool.
And then if they don't...
And then if they miss, you get a free attack.
Gotcha.
Nice. Yeah, when the user takes damage at the start of the next turn, they gain 5 temporary hit points, which last until the end of the encounter or are replaced by another source of temporary hit points. Very cool.
Nice.
Yep. And that is the companion piece to Thesis, so it works with it. It's just not as good without it.
But it comes at the cost of our father. At what cost?
Our dad. That's the cost.
He just gave us a deadline to make certain we finish all of this campaign before he dies.
Stop killing our dads.
Not
He did
dead
say he
yet.
wanted to like see the end of like see us complete this mission. So we're like,
So
all
by
right,
the end of
let's
the
go.
year.
We'll do it by the end of the year, before the end of the year, so that it's
Before
not
the end
even
of the year.
playable. We don't play it out; it just never happens because we finished the campaign.
There you go.
That's right. You beat it, and then you stop time forever and become the villains.
No,
Oh no!
no, it's just off screen. We don't have to admit that it happens.
But then the next
Don't make us
campaign will be
suffer.
about a bunch of heroes that need to stop the time compression. Because they'll be like, but my sister was never born.
Our last characters became gods. Our current characters are gonna stop time to keep their dad.
Why does time only move once a week?
You either become the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Exactly.
All right. That's awesome. I'm glad we had this little chat. All right. Very valid. Very valid. Glenn is having a kitty visitor, so of course she gets all the attention. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very typical druid things.
Yeah. I'm here though.
Okay. All right. Atlas. I take it you're going to have a little visit with your little millipede buddy.
Yes. Can go hang out and say hi to Mordred.
it
And his
goes
other critters in his bedroom.
it goes pretty much as well as you'd expected, except I regret to inform you that a little bit of dust in your room's collected, and some of the clothing that you have. There's like been a couple moths that have started to eat at it a little bit, which is great news actually, because you're Atlas.
Yeah, I was about to say. He's just like, okay, good.
Mission accomplished.
Yep.
All right. Glenn,
Mhm.
what are you up to?
Well, have we had spaghetti yet?
Wick is in the process of making the what kind of sauce?
I assume Glenn was helping Wick make spaghetti. Does
Oh,
that make sense?
I'd probably do 2 sauces, one of them being like a tomato base and the other one being like cream and mushroom.
Cream and mushroom? All right, tomato base, probably a bolognese, because you know what? People like meat.
Yeah.
I did.
People do.
Yeah.
Especially in fantasy settings.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's going to take some time. One does not simply throw together a bolognese.
Give me 20 minutes.
If you're throwing together a bolognese in 20 minutes, you're not throwing together a bolognese. I'm sorry. You're just throwing together
I
ragu.
make it taste pretty damn good.
She's
just
just making sure that the pasta. Glenn's just making sure the pasta's cooked all over the point. You have to throw it at the wall and see if it sticks.
What? What barbaric nonsense is that? Oh boy!
You just take one.
No,
It's not even
that's
fair.
not how. No, that's that's not
Is
how you
that
check to see if
Italian
pasta.
way?
No, it's not. Do you know,
Is that
It's not real Italian, yeah, but
no. Do you know how you check to see if spaghetti is done? You take one, you put it in your mouth. When it's al dente, it's done.
Ew, al dente's gross.
You do it al dente because then what you do is you put it in the sauce and you put it a little further and it cooks a little bit so that it's perfect when it arrives at the. So you don't want it to be like gloopy. You want it to be a little bit firm.
Oh, see, I don't make it with just any sauce because reasons.
I just
Barbarians.
eyeball it because I'm Southern.
Barbarians.
I mean, yeah, but I'm allergic to everything, so if I'm gonna cook something, I'm gonna cook it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook it and then just cook the pasta to my taste because I can't put sauces in it because I'm allergic to everything. Ew.
I'm gonna put a
Eh.
potato chip in my mouth and I'll eat it.
You do that.
Alright, light your gummy.
All right, you know what? That's a great idea.
You do that, Drake.
I'm glad the crunch didn't really come through, but I heard the sass of that crunch.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better on the recording, you're gonna hear the crunch and you're gonna hear the sass.
I heard the crunch.
Yeah, we heard it. It was just nicely
It was
light.
kind of cut off, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that anymore. So, anyways, Glenn, you're helping
It's
Wick
me and
with
Glenn in the kitchen. We're cooking.
spaghetti.
Yeah,
And-
I'm not sure how much Glenn is helping, though. I'm going to be honest with you.
And after a
She
while,
is
Saruki even comes in
Helping
and
like
helps.
a toddler would help.
You're sitting on the counter, and whenever I ask you to pass me something so I can cut it up, you just pass it to me.
And I'm tasting everything.
Obviously.
And
And, like,
Saruki is
casually
also
playing
helping.
his braids.
Yay.
Did we determine if that house coat was Wick's?
I mean,
That
nobody asked
is-
that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wick would have to tell us.
I mean, you know,
We're not gonna
it's
say anything unless somebody asks him, but otherwise he's just kind of chilling.
I guess Aircron would be in the kitchen too. Wine pairing for the pasta. 1 red wine and 1 white.
Ericron's sitting there swirling a wine glass, sniffing it, going, yes. The delectable notes of, I don't know, nutmeg. I don't fucking wine.
Glenn has a mouthful of chives. Mmm, delectable nutmeg.
I do know white wine goes with red sauce, and then red wine goes with white sauce.
Meanwhile, Saruki is looking at that
Amazing.
wine going, it would be better if I could just mull that. Just give it to me so I can mull that. We got
We'll pour
chai.
him some. I'm not stingy. I'm just getting wine for the party.
Excellent, excellent. Can I borrow those cloves there, Glenn?
Clothes?
Cloves.
Close.
Cloves.
V with a V.
Sorry?
The cloves
Cloves and
that
garlic.
she was chewing on.
Cloves.
Or
I
chive.
said chives.
He wants cloves. Oh, chives
Me
would
and
be
Son have the
awful.
same idea.
Yeah,
Are there any cloves on the table?
there's cloves somewhere. It's a kitchen. It's got cloves.
All right, well, she's going to start rummaging until she finds them, and she'll hand them to him.
And he just tosses it in the wine and begins to mull it.
There you go.
Just mulling it on the stove, just like, ooh, let's do this. Let's go.
That smells good.
That's right. It has a nice bouquet.
I was just gonna look at him and go, I didn't know you liked flowers.
Wait, there's flowers? What?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my own joke.
Is this some?
It has
Is
a
this
nice bouquet.
some Tiefling shit? Us water cult guys just can't get.
Bouquet is also what you call flowers.
Well, I'm aware
Like
of
a
that. I'm just...
bushel of flowers. Yeah, I was making a joke. You know, bouquet.
I don't think this wine is working just yet.
Or maybe it's working a little too much.
I thought it was a Glenn's hair thing. I didn't know if it was cool to laugh or not.
Yeah, no, you can laugh.
Oh, okay. Just checking, because, you know, she does put a lot of work in getting those flowers in her hair.
Honestly, I think she just kind of, she just rolls around in the grass. It's not as big brain.
I've seen her do it.
I thought it was magic, honestly.
No, she just rolls around in the grass.
Well, she's a druid. She can just make flowers grow wherever she wants.
I think the two are related.
She is not. She is not above rolling around in the grass like that either. I'm not denying that either, Wick.
Yeah.
Look, at one point you told me I needed to touch grass, and meanwhile we've had the expert at touching grass sitting right there.
Well, she can make the grass grow anywhere, and then you can touch it.
Well, I know, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, does anybody have a whetstone? This knife's dull as shit.
You want me to take care of that for you?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Wickham's gotta hold out the knife.
He starts sharpening the knife and makes it just looks towards the door so he can deliberately look suspicious when he's doing it, and then he looks disappointed when no one walks in. He's like, that's no fun.
What have you been doing while we've been gone?
Yeah, as soon as Atlas walks in the door, he just looks at Atlas and it's like, shh.
He's got a knife!
Wickham's standing like a foot away from him.
Yeah, he's pointing it right behind Wick, just like shh, 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 giving you a cheeky grin.
Atlas is gonna just roll his eyes and be like, the only thing you should use that knife on is that hair of yours. And then he goes into the pantry and then into the ice box, and he's collecting random scraps of vegetables and fruit that are in there, and some crumbs, cracker crumbs and things. And he just loads his arms up with it, and he starts to walk out again.
At least they trust me with weapons. Shh. Shh. Shh.
Alright. Okay.
Walking out of
All right.
Atlas turns around and tries to peg him with a grape. Flicks a grape in his direction.
Can Wickham try and catch it before it gets to him?
You can try.
Oh!
Alright, I'm gonna try.
Atlas was walking into his room at 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get snacks.
What's my modifier on that?
What did you roll?
9.
9. It's not good enough.
Mhm.
And it
Was it
picks
a
Saruki
save?
in the center of the forehead, and he just smug. Yeah, I earned that.
Wickham's gonna look down at this grape that's fallen on the ground, and he's gonna go, Atlas, there's a reason my food is on the floor in my kitchen?
Let's just like looks at him and was like, it touched him. It's his now.
No, we are not children, we are not babies, we are not playing that game.
He just sighs and he just goes over and picks it up and he's like, whatever. The insects are eating it. It's not me. And he goes to leave again.
Did you not want spaghetti?
And he just waves and he's like, later.
Okay, I'll bring you a bowl.
The little one's each yours.
Atlas. Glenn waves obnoxiously. Like, not like obnoxiously, but like obnoxiously large, you know? Like it's a bit
Atlas
over-
just like lifts his hand like over his shoulder.
Still got a small
But-
wave.
By the way, Laurel, while you were gone talking about why Glenn's hair has all the flowers and stuff in it, and Wickham said it's just because she rolls around in the grass.
No one knows for sure. It's one of life's mysteries.
To Glenn, it's a mystery, but everybody else
Well,
is
Glenn
like,
doesn't even know where this shit comes from. Like, it could be like some sort of magic. It could just be she got caught in a tree. Could have been the horses. She could have fallen down. No one knows.
She just sneezed and flowers just landed on her.
Yeah. Could have put one in there for later. Forgot about it.
The squirrels
There
bring
might
them.
be a small bird living in there. No one knows.
You know,
There's no
she-
nest near the
Atlas loves
just-
it because it
She's
benefits
our
the
own
insect.
ecosystem.
She walks out, and then the hair the wind dramatically goes through her hair. A mouse falls out.
That's the best part of my hair.
And she just reaches down, picks it
It's
back up,
because
puts it
she
back in.
sleeps in the stalls, in the stable, instead of
Yes.
her bedroom.
Yes.
Honestly,
I mean, she can't trust her father not to come back around. So
Oh yeah. The second she's not vigilant, her dad's stealing those horses. Like it's.
But she doesn't really need to sleep anyway, so she's pretty happy just parking a spot in the haymow and hanging out. Sometimes she wakes up and there's a cat in her lap. Sometimes she wakes up and a bird's nested in her hair.
And sometimes she wakes up and she's surrounded by hay. Like she's fallen completely in it. And the hay has just enveloped her.
Someone just built they came in with a hay load and they just started shaping it around her because it was just simpler.
Yeah. I think while the pasta is boiling, Wickham is going to start showing Glenn how to make orange cayenne cookies.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, they're like little shortbread. They're really soft. They crumble apart if you hold them too long. And he's gonna have her make the orange zest that they need.
Don't worry, I've got fresh oranges. We won't die of scurvy.
Did you pull them from
Only
your hair?
lose 10 on the blaze.
Yep. And Wick will probably instruct Saruki how to actually make the icing that goes on top of it.
Ah, yes. You need to tell me how to work fluids.
Sassy.
Fun aside. This is my kitchen. I will tell whoever I want to whatever I want.
Yeah.
It's not like I
Yes,
belong to
chef.
a cult about fluid or anything, you know.
Fluid and baking, different things. You may know the ingredients, but you don't know the consistencies that they need to be.
All right, all right, all right, all right. If it makes you happy, you can.
I hope he fucks it up.
You can. You can. Tiefling explain to me icing. Sure. Okay. He fucks it up. I rolled.
Bet you while the like cookies are baking, they try the icing, and Wickham just kind of looks at him and goes, "Oh yeah, controller of liquids. Yeah."
Still not liquid parts. They're
Icing
This-
really a liquid though?
Yeah. I just real quick, Root, look me in the eyes and tells me, whose kitchen is this again?
It's Glencora's kitchen, and he just walks off.
Yeah, that is the only acceptable answer that wasn't me. So yeah, they probably make the food, and Wickham is just gonna go to whatever dining, eating area they have, and with Glenn probably set out like a big pot, and then set plates and bowls and things, and have like the cookies off to the side for like just that sweet dessert after.
Aircron helps help set the table too.
Yeah, you can like pour the wine and shit. And Wickham is going to make sure that there is a nice comfy chair with a little Afghan for their new guest. And just kind of like, whenever she gets to the table, just be like, just lean in and go, "Hey, you good? Is everything okay? Do you have a room here yet?" Or
Yeah, I'm fine. I've got a room in town.
Oh, okay.
Shuriki's been very accommodating.
Okay. If you need anything, you let us know, okay? And if the food isn't to your liking, you let me know. If there's anything you need, like if you want to go to dojo at any time to like work out, because you feel like you need some exercise, need to get some pumps, like
The-
I'm there for you.
I just want a place where I can get some peace and quiet, and just room to breathe.
Gotcha. Pretty sure we have a library around here somewhere that you can do that too.
Ooh, that does
All
sound
right, you
interesting.
enjoy the food.
I would like someone to say to me, do you want evens or odds?
Odds.
Okay. Well, good news. It was even. I'll remember that. Okay.
Oh. Oh.
The food is it's fine. It's spaghetti. It's better than the road snacks you've been eating, with the exception of the scone Apocolypse that Wick keeps on his person at all times.
Listen.
The stash.
Yeah.
Even Alcazar wheels his way down to try out the meal, and
Yay, family meal.
with August.
Did
and-
Atlas come down to eat dinner too?
Should I invite
Wick
Clipper?
brought him a
Puppy?
bowl.
Yeah, Wick was gonna bring him a bowl after everybody ate because he knows that like Alice doesn't really like to eat with people.
I wanted to have a family meal.
I mean, he can go and bring him a bowl and ask him if he wants to join them at the table. If that's what like Ericron wants, like
I just
all he's
want to
gotta
see
do
if
is ask.
I just wanted to see if he's interested. I don't want to twist any arms, but it would be nice.
Alright. Wickham's gonna go and check and see if Atlas wants to come to the table or if he should be bringing him a bowl. He's gonna go up to his room and knock on the door.
Uh, uh, um. Alice is gonna just open the door, and he's completely naked, and there's like insects all over him in some degree, and the millipede is like front and center. He's covered in like dirt and a few bits of sticky spots from the fruit that he stole, and he's just gonna be like, "Yes."
So I take it that's a no to eating dinner with us?
That means I have to put on clothes.
Could just say you'd rather not. It's an open invitation. You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, nobody said you had to put on clothes to eat with us.
Might be a health risk, yeah.
Ericon's like,
Gotta be
I want
random.
the family dinner, even if it means someone is indecent.
Oh boy.
I was gonna go. I'm willing to put on clothes if I can bring the bugs.
I don't know how this new person is gonna deal with the bugs, dude.
That makes Atlas groan and pout.
Well, we don't know. They could have a phobia. It's best to ask first. Here, I'll let you bring one bug, but try to keep it out of view.
Do you want
Okay,
the
more
millipede
Toddler.
or the spider?
He's always gonna bring Mordrin if he has an option. It's gonna be the millipede.
You
And
have
so
to
he
give
just-
two options.
He just shuts the door. He's like, all right, through the door as he goes to get dressed. You just hear him muttering to the other little critters as he's putting them down. And then he
Mordrin's
opens
just
the
gonna-
door again and he's dressed. And he's
Okay.
got the millipede just you could see it squirming in the pocket of his dress shirt.
Wickham's gonna look him up and down and go, "You have a piece of, I think, kumquat in your hair."
Alice is gonna look up at it and be like, and he's gonna take it and he's gonna go back in really quick and set that down next to one of the spiders. Even though they won't eat it. But he knows that the ants will probably come find it. And then he comes back to the door and he's like, alright, fine. Lead the way.
Don't worry. Dinner, and then you can go back to laying on the ground and becoming one with the ecosystem. Come on. And as they're walking, he's just gonna kind of look over at him and go, "Is there any reason you were a little extra spicy with Saruki today?"
No reason.
That
Alright.
Was
seems
I?
pretty normal to me.
It's
I
was
rolled
I?
a 10.
What did you roll?
10.
Oh,
10. You can decide if you want.
Would anyone even know?
That's a good.
The discussions we've had?
That's why I'm giving you the option.
I think someone would have to succeed a D20, like a 20 perception roll to even find out if she had. So
oh, I just saw the.
it's all fine.
DC 20?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
Damn.
don't even know if Glenn knows.
Hmm.
Sure, we'll say it is. But
For
no one knows.
Listen back purposes, Drake posted Glenn, roll D20, 9 or less means Glenn also has a piece of kumquat in her hair. Beautiful.
Oh, I rolled a 10, so technically I don't. Oh well.
Okay.
It was because you were so close that Drake said you get to choose.
Yeah, you get to choose. I'm not
And then
going to
he
tell you.
continues to spell kumquat incorrectly.
I thought it was with K.
It is okay.
It is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's like that, but I couldn't help but spell it with a C.
Because we're immature.
Fourth
Yes.
sorry.
Chinese, they're all wrong. They're the
Fair enough.
romanization, okay? Yeah, Atlas rolls in. He's just patting his pocket,
Okay.
and then
Nice to get her join us.
yeah. He just sits down in front of the free spot.
All right.
Atlas hit him with the mom line.
So you've got Saruki, you've got you got Alcazar. You've got Ardent sitting down for some
Uncle
free
Dan?
noms. You got Danthusian even showing up. Actually, Danthusian was the first one at the table, all ready to go. Like, he knew it was coming. You didn't even have to invite him and tell him. He's just there.
Of course.
He heard when Wickham said that he was making food. He's
No,
like,
He saw a
no.
vision.
His vision.
He knew before you even left the air temple you were making spaghetti. He knew. Before you knew you were making spaghetti.
He's
He
the
saw
family
it.
member that smells something cooking. He's like, hey, yeah, I think I'll stick around, get some free grub.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the stars and they told me there would be spaghetti.
Ooh.
Pasta night. Yes.
Yes.
If he were an enchanter, he could have been the one to put the idea in your head in the first place. But he's not. So
With garlic bread.
uh,
oh, can we retroactively say that we made garlic bread as well?
I was just assuming you did.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
spaghetti. How do you not?
Well, certain types of the spaghetti that I can't eat, they're not good with garlic bread.
Yeah, but this is going to be with garlic bread, and the garlic is Glenn's doing, because Glenn has Glenn's garden, and that garden will have some garlic in it. So it's like super fresh, big cloves of delicious garlic. Nom fucking nom.
Hell yeah.
Indeed. So the dinner goes, and it's surprisingly not awkward at all. No real talk of anything current or scary. It's just a nice, quiet celebration of the fact that you guys have made it home successful one more time.
Yeah, we lived.
Fuzzy.
And as the night takes over, and the candles are lit and the fires, they glow a bit brighter than normal. Very welcoming, very, very warm and comfortable. And the quiet eventually kicks in and people go to bed. And they wake up to a brand new day.
Yay.
Glenn,
Yeah.
could you please roll me a nature check, please?
Nature. 18.
Something pulls you out of your reverie. You haven't heard in a fair amount of time since arriving in Red Larch. At first, it feels weird, but then you realize, no, this is actually normal, and it's just the fact that you've been in a weird situation that made it so. You hear the morning songbirds for the first time in weeks.
That has to be a good sign. If anything, that seems positive. Are you gonna ruin it? How scared are you? Well, Glenn is going to. Well, she'll do probably her typical morning rounds of horse checking, which is really just more talking to them because they probably don't actually need anything. They're just hoping to be left alone, especially the ones that were brought with. And then she is going to get out of her bag the relief that she took of wherever it was in the temple. I have it written down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to go off in search of Atlas well, I guess she'll go to his room first and see if they want to go to Dan Lucian and see if Dan knows anything about the info.
You arrive at Atlas's door. Good news, Atlas. It's morning.
More knocking upon your door.
Knock, knock, knock.
Everyone's knocking on his door. He wakes up. He's been, yeah, because he's naked. He was just come out of his reverie and her trance, and he was tending to his little ones, and he hears a knock, and he's just like, "Yes."
Good morning. I was wondering, do you want to chat to Dan Lucian today? I was hoping that we could show them the relief from the temple. Maybe you can make sense of it.
Of course. Give me just a moment, and then he gets dressed and opens the door.
All right.
And then he just
So-
asks, like, the others want to be part of this conversation, or
Right. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I guess maybe we should look for everyone else, and she's gonna hand over the parchment or whatevs to Atlas.
He takes
and
it.
say, "Oh, should we split up?"
Certainly.
All right.
Atlas is gonna go get August.
Okay, Glenn will get Ericon. We'll start alphabetically.
All right. Well, you grab the team and go to the front room of the lodge to meet together. And
Wickham is utterly miserable this morning. He's so tired.
Oh no.
You look more tired than I do.
When you woke up, Wick, there was a pitcher of water beside your bed.
He just smiles at that, and he's just kind of like, okay. And he just takes a drink, and he looks over. Is Saruki still in like his usual den?
Saruki is not there right now.
Okay. He still smiles. He just kind of struggles to get awake enough to hang out with his friends. Because he would love to just stay in bed, but they got stuff to do in the world to save.
Yeah. All right. And let's see. You arrive, and Danthusian's there, clutching an old book. Welcome. What can
Hi,
I do for you?
We were wondering if you could help us with something. We found, I don't even know, some carvings, and we thought maybe you might be able to make sense of them or tell us if they're even important at all.
Atlas
What?
holds out the rendition that they created of it. It says sarcophagus that gave off an energy that I got the feeling had to do with pre-redemption drow, but I have no recollection of that since my family was not one to share that information with me.
It's fairly common for our people to not talk about those days. It's sort of a black mark we'd prefer to walk past. Not that we want to forget that it ever happened, but the details are Shameful.
Apparently
Um,
so, and yet it's seems to be a part of this in some way.
What I can say, there isn't a complete history of our people. One that goes back as far as it needs to. So I couldn't tell you about what caused our people to fall in the first place. I could not tell you how our skin became dark, how we became mocked thusly. I could not tell you about what estranged us from our cousins. But I can tell you about what happened after we did. It was a fairly long time ago, and there was an empire, as empires want to grow. There was, of course, the Empire of Arbutus. But underneath, under the earth, there was another one, a darker one. It sought not to bring reason, but rather to return us back to the times before, to madness and all that. Every so often, our people would make raids to the surface and grab whoever we could, as slaves and as sacrifices to whatever dark things they found down there. And we would, when we didn't have people to kill, we turned our ire against each other. We communicated our grievances through murder. And those that were not strong enough to protect themselves, well, they were as good to be, how can I say, they were good to be sacrificed as anyone else. There were some brave members of our people who saw this and saw it for the wrong that it was. And so they prayed for some sort of redemption, some escape from the madness. And those prayers were answered. It was then that the goddess herself came to them and told them that while they dwelled in darkness, they needed not dwell outside the light. And if the light of day would not have us, well, the light of the moon would. And so those of us who were tired of those ways, we made ourselves and made our way to the surface. And there we found the moon, and we found an opportunity for redemption. Redemption, you see, is not something that is simply given. It is not something that one can decide. It is earned through deeds. And we were given the toughest task of them all. Bring the rest of our people to the silvery light. Many, many people would have failed. Many, many people wouldn't have even tried. But we were determined. It cost us a lot of lives, both of those down below and those up above. Eventually, though, we ended the kingdom of the underground and ended our empire. And we instead joined the surface. Of course, some of the monuments that the old empire had created would still be underground, and like any other people, there are some of us who fall from grace. That's bound to happen. And so sometimes our history comes back to haunt us. What I can say, though, is if you found this, it means that whatever you found dates before the Dwarven Kingdoms. Perhaps the ruins are on top of even older ruins. Who knows what you'll find below that?
What do you mean below?
We did.
Oh, yeah, it did go
We
down
went
further.
below. The ruins was where we met that Jin, and he said that he built that. Where we went in order to find what's her face was far, far deeper.
Oh, that's true.
Well, you wouldn't be finding drow architecture in a dwarven ruins, would you?
Not at all.
Think
But
so.
the sarcophagus also had what could have been symbols of the elemental cult. So, were the cults of that time of madness?
Madness is cyclical. It ebbs and it flows. It's entirely possible that the evil that you face today is a very ancient one.
And perhaps something that benefited from, or was that aligned with some of those drow that wanted to maintain and didn't want their redemption.
Possibly. I can tell you that the trident that you had, drown, looked to be of drow make, did it not?
That's true.
We certainly don't make weapons like that in the modern day.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, August.
Oh, I was sorry. I was just saying. Speaking of which, we did come across another one of the weapons.
I see.
I think I handed it off to Ericron last. What was it? A spear?
I remember a spear.
Yeah, I think Ericon wrapped it in something.
Do you mind if I take a look at it? I don't want to touch it, I just want to see.
Yeah, I present it to him.
Yeah, pretty sure he like dumped it in a bag of holding. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah, yes, that too is of drow make. You can tell by the etchings.
Do you know how to destroy it? Or any way to?
The fact that you asked me that question implies that normal means of destroying it would not work.
Well, I mean, we haven't tried, but
The only successful
only a
ways are
skill.
what Glenn did to the trident, and what the trident told me is that a weapon of the same make can destroy one of the same make. And then Glenn's method of however she did it.
Well,
I
then
still
that's all we have
think-
to do is.
I still think lava might.
You just want to throw something into lava.
And
I mean, it would deter most people, but it's not going to deter Genasi.
I mean, it's lava. Of course, I want to throw
Yeah.
something in it.
I can certainly
Well, you can
understand
say
the
that
appeal.
after we deal with the America.
I think everyone should be throwing something in lava at some point in their life. It just seems natural.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
If we all had access to ready lava, I'm sure we'd all be throwing in it.
Wickham's just gonna kind of like gesture with his hand and go, ever since I found out that I could do this, and he snaps and he's gonna use thaumaturgy to like light the tips of his fingers like they're candles.
Is it?
You just
Is it thaumaturgy or?
Pretty sure you can use thaumaturgy to light candles.
I thought it was prestidigitation.
Like a candle, not your fingertips.
I mean,
Might as well count. Doesn't
I mean,
suffer from it.
they both allow very minor effects in a very specific
Alright.
series of lists,
Yeah.
and they're not mutually exclusive. Can you use prestidigitation to make your eyes glow? No. Take that, atheists.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, ever since I found out I could do this, I kind of just wanted to do more with fire. Like, not fire culty, just I want to embrace it.
Atlas
gonna
just makes a dumb
shake
face,
his hands
like
out.
roast face.
Maybe we should throw you into the lava and see what happens. Like, I don't mean that in a mean way. Science.
I mean,
Science. I don't know if I really want.
Out of
I
all
think
the people here, you're telling me if we throw Wick into lava, he's not going to come out like 10 times stronger?
I don't know, dude.
Not entirely
Body parts
certain.
maybe not good. I could probably like run through a bonfire.
I just have this idea of like, okay, an axe is strong, right? If you light an axe on fire, it's just even more stronger.
Yeah, but you also kind of have to beat the shit out of an axe, and I've already had that done to me, so.
No, you are the axe.
Oh.
But I'd also like to point out that lava's a little bit more than just fire.
Isona's connection
Yeah.
okay?
Connection's just probably throttled.
Can you not hear me?
There we go.
Now we can.
You were kind of stuck in a oh.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of the joke that I made.
No, it was your audio was literally just, like skipping.
Yeah, it shorted out for a
no.
second. But you sound fine now.
Okay. The joke I made was basically it was talking about the axes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Matt heard it, but I don't know if you guys heard it.
Yeah, I heard the
Beating the
I
axe.
already got beat out. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say anything after that though. I guess that's
You
why.
said,
it
oh
was-
no,
it
or
was-
something like that, and it got.
You started to say like because Matt was saying, but you are the axe, and then literally like the end of like just a word just kept going, repeating oh, and then it went to for a second.
Wild. You're welcome, YouTube.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
Dan
so,
was saying something.
yeah, so lava's just a little bit more than just fire. It's also molten rock.
Fire and rock. You're beefing up your defenses too.
Well, that just means we definitely don't want to throw the Earth Cult's weapon in there, or the Fire Cult's.
Good point.
I don't consider myself an expert historian necessarily, but I've never heard of anyone being thrown into lava and coming out better for it.
Noted.
Save for like
Well,
one red dragon, but that's apocryphal.
I think I'll pass on the melted marshmallow bath.
I mean, if anything, it's like a jacuzzi for you, right?
He's not a Genasi.
Yeah, but he's tiefling. Like, fire just rolls off his back.
Some tiefling, not all tiefling.
Anyway,
Dude,
so
species.
That's
what I'm understanding is
negative.
that. So what I'm understanding is that we just need to find a way to keep this spear safe and out of the hands, out of anyone else's hands, until we can get a hold of another one of those weapons. And then use the other one to destroy it so that we can save Glenn's ability and not, bring her closer to death.
I'd rather
Okay.
save it
Atlas
until
is just
we
going to like.
if we have other options.
Atlas's eye is twitching. He's just.
I have an idea. Well, it's more of a question.
Side eye.
It's again one of my stupid
He's so
ideas.
bad.
So what if? Can you put a bag of holding in another bag of holding?
No.
Explosion.
That's how
The-
physics work.
Anyone can roll Arcana.
What's my surprisingly well. Okay. 15.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
I'm not rolling.
I'm good, yeah. I mean, that's good enough. Probably.
Atlas is super duper pouting right now.
Dan and he gets a look of panic on his face at that thought. He's like, no, do not do that. that would be
I wasn't
bad.
gonna do it. I was asking first, obviously. Because what I was thinking is we put it in a bag of holding and we hide it.
That would possibly destroy the town.
I'm not doing it. Why I asked.
It would be bad. That's. I mean, it's not a terrible idea if you did it in the middle of nowhere, but preferably not anywhere I can detect it.
So the next cultist that we go up to, 2 bags of holding, give us all your treasure, put it in the bag, or I'll do it. I swear to God.
It's a very short campaign.
Yeah, it has the disadvantage of also.
The mad artificer build, guys, come on.
It just has that disadvantage of also working on the person who does it.
But also, like, it wouldn't really be keeping the weapon safe and hidden if we put it in a bag of holding and it explodes and then it's the only thing that survives.
Well, I was thinking if we put something in a bag of holding, can you still scry on it?
No, I actually have trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If we put it in a bag of holding, it's kind of,
And just keep it on our person.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
not
you had to scry
impossible.
on a person.
It's not impossible, but it is more difficult. It's not something I can do easily. I have to up my bag of
we
tricks.
can put it in a bag and then
that's why-
keep it on our person and then...
Well, I was thinking we could hide it. That way, if somebody does scry on it and they do break through, it's not going to be on us, so they won't know where we are. It's just going to be in some random place that they're not going to know where that is.
It also depends on the
And then-
question they ask and how they go about it. They might not need to scry on it directly. They may, if you ask the right question, you can get around certain things like that too. So it depends. It depends.
I guess I also just fear about bringing people that are gonna hurt someone.
I don't mean, like, hide it here.
I'm just saying, who do we trust enough to look over it?
Would a weapon like this be able to destroy the weapon like that? And I hold out the grandma sword.
Possibly, though at what cost?
You know.
What do you mean at what cost?
I'm guessing it could destroy both of the weapons.
Yeah.
So that's a last resort kind of a thing.
No, we already have a last resort.
I would hate to do it, but yes, I guess so.
At this point,
It's the last resort.
Saruki comes in. He's munching on another bowl of cereal, wearing another set of robes.
Where are you getting all this cereal?
Is that
man?
mine?
What, the cereal? I don't know. It didn't have anyone's name on it.
No, never mind.
Good morning.
Morning.
No, I don't want to. No, not him.
Did I walk in on something?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to destroy shit. I think lava.
Where do we know of lava?
We can find it.
There's some lava in the fire cult area, I'm sure.
Wouldn't be surprised.
See, I think we could destroy the other ones in the lava, but the fire cult one, we'd need to figure out something else.
We already know that we can use the weapons to destroy each other, though.
Well, we can
Yeah,
take the fire one and dip it in water because water is the opposite of lava. Duh.
Yeah, but touching them means they try to possess you.
They
I
don't
mean-
possess you. You just
And
have
this
to
is why-
attune to them.
This is why
A
you're
weapon is
holy
only
man.
used. A weapon is only a tool. How you use it determines if it's good or bad.
Bombastic
My
side
dude-
eye.
My dude.
I'm sorry. You're suggesting the exact thing I was trying to do.
Hide it in a bag of holding or toss it in lava?
No, August's suggestion of destroying it with the other weapon.
Yeah, and I
My
was telling him
intention was
no.
to attune him.
Where'd you get that information
Tuning it,
from?
you lose your fucking soul, dude.
Do what?
And
Where-
that's why your holy man handles it.
Where did you get that information from?
Is that Dan asking Atlas?
No, that's
That's
Saruki.
Saruki.
Of the weapons? Oh.
Lynn.
When I
Oh.
spoke with the trident itself
Right.
and was going to attune to it in order for it to destroy the others of its own make.
You did see what it did to the Shatter Killer, right?
And
We've had this conversation. This bitch doesn't
Did-
fear death. He just fears getting smacked across the back of
No.
her head.
that's not what no.
no, he's talking about the appearance.
Do you know why he picked it up in the first place?
No, but I'm sure you're going to enlighten me.
Well, the rumor has it that he was a sailor on a ship that was downed by pirates. And he wanted to use it to end... it's a little bit complicated, but something about the pirates were working for one of the countries or other, and he wanted to get revenge against the nobility. It's a long story, but the point is, the weapon promised him exactly what he thought he wanted to hear. And we know how his story ended. And you think that his weapons are going to tell you the truth?
William's just gonna look very like I fucking told you so at Atlas.
Poignantly.
Like I don't know, call me, odd man in the room, but I do kind of have a bit of experience with the cults and the lying and all that goes on, and I'm pretty sure the weapons do a lot of lying. They only care about one
Right.
thing.
Check out.
They're not really known for telling the truth either. So
Well, they only care about
Then-
one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
Did you overhear at any point somebody speak of the only way to destroy the weapons? Because trying to hunt down lava doesn't seem appealing to me. Glenn just whatever she did, she can't do more than what, 1 or 2 times.
I can do it one more time and I'll be in old age, third time and I'll be dead. So, I mean, I can do it 2 more times, but we just need to know we're committed.
I don't want you to do it at all.
Well,
Well,
I
I
mean,
know of.
ideally,
If you age, then you could end up being a liability because you won't be able to keep up.
Wow.
I was more thinking that she'd be dead and I don't want her to die.
I'm talking about even after the second. She may not, we don't know how it will affect her, if she'll be a normal old age person or how
I
it
think
could
Wick is
impact
still
her
approaching
physically.
that situation with a little more grace,
mean,
but
she's
thanks,
also
Atlas. I know where
an
you're going.
elf, so
I was going to say there is actually a rumor that the weapons are destroyed when they attain their actual purpose. Deep
well, they're not
below.
going to do that.
Well, that's what I've been told.
What's their actual purpose?
Something about bringing calamity, bringing the princes.
Yes, that actual made me think maybe there was like a hidden agenda.
It's not really a hidden agenda. They're pretty straightforward about what they ultimately want, as far as I'm aware. It is kind of cult doctrine.
Alright. I thought I'd be sure, I guess.
So we just continue to determine how we're going to hide it, conceal it, whatever, and collect evil objects until we can decide what to do with them. He puts evil in air quotes.
Did you just scare quote
Ooh.
evil?
I'm sorry, what?
Is this going to turn into one of those they're not evil, they're just misunderstood conversations? Because I'd live for this.
Probably.
Please.
Ugh. It's not an argument I want to have.
So you admit it's an argument.
Yeah, there's also the fact that everyone around you has told you, no, this is bad, and you keep trying to insist that it's good.
I'm not
Well, he's not
insisting
going to
anything.
insist they're good. He's just trying to insist they're a tool. But this is beside the point.
Well, everyone has said no.
Then I'm saying that until we find another solution, then we're just going to hide them and collect these things.
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
Here's a question. So say we keep this spear, we take out the next cult. Where do we put that thing? We can't put them, but what if putting them in the same location inside a bag of holding just causes something to happen when they're near each other?
I just use it to destroy one or the other. Or both.
Get
You have
another
to
bag of holding.
attune. You have to attune to a weapon in order to use it. Things like those.
Well, they probably hate each other.
What if we just toss them both into a bag of holding and say whoever kills the other one first gets out?
I mean,
Pit fight in the bag of holding.
sacrifices line up.
Two
That
sword
is-
enter, one sword it leaves.
That is the most awkward conversation I would have at breakfast.
Yeah, I wasn't
This
thinking
is the
about that.
this is a man eating cereal.